weekend they had. Derek wasn't, because he's a Man City fan. But then a lot of the conversations around the game are the tactics that Michael Carrick employed and how effective they were. In fact, a lot of people on socials were saying they should look for Amorim, call him and sack him again. Because Carrick showed that the basics will still work and the players are good enough. I'll start off with you, Sedi. You watched that game, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway from it, first of all? Was it that, did you also get that sense that Amorim was overthinking with the kind of squad he had, and that Carrick had come to stabilize it, or it's just maybe new manager bounce sort of thing?
It's a mix of everything. There was a new manager bounce in there, and I feel that really also helped the team. There was a new manager bounce in there, and for United, it's very, very normal for them to get new manager bounce anytime they get in an interim coach, and possibly that's why they like going for interim coaches. They are the only ones who can sack an interim coach, bring in another interim coach, and still hold the fort for a while. They enjoy doing such things, and this has been the norm. But then again, Carrick went back to the basics and advised the team, or spoke to the team, that look, you can do it, so just play on your intensity. Let's move the ball quicker and let's surprise Man City. Change the shape of the team, fine, but the key thing was the intensity and the directness that they added to their play. The scoreline was flattering. If you look at
are you sure it was flattering?
No, if you look at the scoreline, you think that, United really did not do much. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
United had goals disallowed.
5 goals. They scored 5 goals. 3 were disallowed.
So if you look at the scoreline, you say, maybe they did not do so much. It will be flattering to you if you're a City fan.
Yeah.
You see that your team, there's hope. That's why you've gone to purchase a team's captain. No problem, we'll get to you. But then again, the directness in getting that first goal was pivotal. And then City also going to bed in defense, feeling they were too bossy, especially Rico Lewis.
So Man United has 7 shots on target.
Yes.
Man City had 1. Man United created 6 big chances.
Yeah.
Man City created none.
None. Absolutely none. They kept on tinkering with the ball. And
Erling Haaland had a stinker.
Yes. And he has been having a stinker since the EPL went on a hiatus and they went to play their cup games. Everybody saw he was not scoring, but because City was scoring 10 winning games, everybody was fine. But now that it's become evident that he's not been scoring for the past 3 games, where his team has scored more than 10 goals and Erling Haaland has not scored 1, then it becomes a problem. But for Manchester United, they can only build from this. Why do I say they build from this? It's because they'll be playing their lowest amount of games in over a century. They need to make a count. Going back to the basics, playing as if you are playing in 1992 in 2026 is helping them as it stands now. But they would be found out. They would face teams that would sit in a mid-block just like they did against City, and the teams would welcome them to break them down. That is where we'll see the mettle of Carrick. That is where we'll see the Carrick of Middlesbrough and understand why he was sacked. That is why we would see it clearly. It will become crystal clear. We watch it in HD.
But this is the Carrick of Man United, a team who he's not lost with as a manager.
He said he's been unfair to him.
No, I'm not being unfair. You see, Carrick has managed this team all right. But now, Manchester United fans themselves know that they are in the trenches. So facing a Man City, you are coming up as underdogs.
But the fans say they want him on a permanent basis.
Oh, it is an advice to them that they should rethink it. They would meet teams that will sit in, not even a low block, in a mid block, and invite the pressure from United. How would they be able to get those incisive passes, take their time and build through. We know that Manchester United like running. The intensity is there. But when you meet teams, low block, mid block, how would you run through them? Are you going to just bulldoze your way? No, that is where we'll see the mettle of Carrick. It should be noted that Carrick does not change the system in the play. When he starts his team, and you all see it, 4-2-3-1, that is what he will play till the end of the game.
Maybe he's adapted his lens, you never know.
No, when he was at Middlesbrough, that is what we saw. And it is we can only use his previous job to judge him. At Middlesbrough, the moment he starts with a formation, he doesn't change. The only thing he does is he changes personnel. So if a right back goes out, another right back comes in. If an attacking mid goes out, an attacking mid comes in. It's like for like in a Carrick system. So if United fans think they've seen enough from his first game and want to give him the job on a permanent basis, then I'm telling them that they are going to be in the trenches for a longer period than they thought they would be. Because that is suicide. I'm sorry. They need someone who would understand the system of Manchester United. Carrick does, okay, but technically, is he adapt? Can he look at a team? You start with a 4-2-3-1, it's not working. Then you switch to a 4-3-3. He doesn't do that. He doesn't like to switch systems. So I just want to encourage them that it's a good start, but please don't call for him to stay on.
Derek, you said they shouldn't call for him to stay on. This man was at Middlesbrough, where he played 136 games. He won 63, drew 24, lost 49, and has a win percentage ratio of 46.32.
More than Amorim.
But that was Middlesbrough, 46.
More than Amorim.
So are you saying that he's better than Amorim?
Oh, no. I'm not saying. I'm just stating the fact. More than Amorim.
On the basis of what are you stating that fact?
His win percentage is more than Amorim.
At Middlesbrough.
At Nottingham Forest.
No, but he played 4 games at Middlesbrough. You need to count that.
It's just a banter.
So, like I said, so are you saying that Carrick is a better manager than Amorim?
Oh, no. Obviously not.
You're not saying that?
Obviously not. It's just a banter. But obviously not.
So
Come on.
So you rate Amorim much higher than
Oh, of course. Oh, yes.
But is Carrick the man for the job long term?
Manchester United's issue or coaching. If they beat City, how they played and beat City, watching the football, I was not surprised. Any team that plays like this beats City. Any team that plays like this beats City. You are playing Aki. It got to a time was Aki and Kusanov. And looking at the first goal, the second City player who was getting close to the football was Semenyo.
Yeah.
Just to let you know how weak these defenders are.
And we watched it together.
Yes.
It was the same sequence.
Yes.
Over and over
Over
again.
and over. Look at Rico Lewis. So, I understand. They beat City fair and square. But it comes to the point that Sedi made. When you meet these low block sides, that is where I want to see. So I wouldn't want to conclude. If it's Manchester United fans and the board who thinks that giving Carrick the permanent role is fine, all the best to them. We could be here. If they finish 15th again, we'll be here. If they finish 6th or 4th, we'll be here. And you understand? But I
don't think they'll finish 15th.
Oh, they wouldn't. They will do way better than what they did last season. But I don't think that just one match can get him the signature right away. You see, when you look at Ole went about 11 to 12 matches straight wins when he came as a caretaker. And when he went to beat PSG, that was what made Ferdinand make that famous statement, give him the contract and let me sign already. You understand? So, if I know that people want to make that comparison, but if you want to compare it with what Ole did, Ole had wins upon wins, you understand? Significant wins. So now, he beats City. His next game is Arsenal. He beats Arsenal. He goes on to win his next 3-4 matches convincingly. Then, he meets a low block side, beats them away. Whatever that Manchester United were not doing before he came, beating the big side, going away to beat the low block sides. He does that in 4 or 5 matches. Then we can make a case for Carrick. But if Manchester United fans think that after beating Manchester City, of course, their performance was brilliant. Forget the fact that City were terrible. They had 5 goals scored. If you are not good, you can't score 5 goals. Whether against City or against Bournemouth or against Kotoko. Whoever you are playing against, if you are not good enough, you can't score 5 goals. Yes, 3 were disallowed. Maybe one was quite controversial. I mean, Mount's goal was quite some way. But that aside, they scored 5 goals. And they played good to suit the team they were playing against. So the only thing that would make me maybe jump into the Manchester United fans who are jump onto their ship, the Manchester United fans who are saying that they should keep Carrick. It's after 4 or 5 matches. He's playing a big match, which is next week. I'm sure he will go and play a low block side again, and then go one match away as well. After these matches, then I will say, okay, I would agree with the Manchester United fans. Even that, I want to give it some time. Maybe he will be interim till end of season. Let's see where he finishes. Then maybe they can look at giving him the permanent job or not. But once again, if Manchester United fans and the board think or feel he's the right man for the job, we have no other thing to say that all the best to them, and then we hope for the best.
Ellie,
Kosi.
you play Manchester United next.
Yes. Arsenal
Carrick,
play Manchester United next.
Yeah.
your team plays at Manchester.
Boy, we are in.
Don't make it no more.
Why you left us now?
You know go feel left us now.
Of course. How you did?
It's one small draw. One small
Go
draw.
where Newcastle just say you did Newcastle. Shit.
One small draw. Manchester United play your darling Arsenal this weekend. Carrick at the helm. Kobe Mainu returning with a certain level of finesse and panache. Playing masterclass in the middle of the park, partnering Casemiro. Amad Diallo on the right, where people say he rightfully should play. Who played on the left?
Lionel Dogu. Lionel Messi, Ronaldo Dogu. Dogulino. El Dogu. Hey.
Premium Dogu. Right to Dream Academy Dogu. On the left, cooking. He's cooking like a caterer.
Come on.
Brian in Bremo, the arrowhead.
Agogo was the Imbi.
Prime
Bruno Fernandes.
Number 10. The defense has been consolidated.
The King Harry Maguire.
Oh, Don Maguire playing like Maldini.
Come on.
The team is picking some wicked
The
form.
only problem is Dalu, but Mazwari is back.
Mazraoui is back. Lamem Gang in post.
Come on.
Does it send jitters down your spine? Is this Manchester United team truly back?
I'm even scared. At this point, I'll take a draw. But honestly, away from the Arsenal game, I think, like considering everything they've been through this season and the flag they've had, especially in the last month, and with everything that's happened around the club, yes, Saturday was a breath of fresh air in the club. It was a performance that renews hope. It was that kind of performance that takes you off your feet and has the fans looking forward to the next time they play. Now they'll be kicking themselves for exiting all competitions and for not making Europe. Because imagine they were in even if they were in the Europa Conference League, and they had that to look forward to on Wednesday.
No, Thursday.
On Thursday, sorry, on Thursday. It sends shivers down everyone's spine, and it just boosts morale both in the fan base and with the club. So it was a good game for Manchester United, a very, very perfect game. Like I said, they capitalized on everything wrong with Manchester City this season, and they were duly rewarded. Probably at the end, they score flattered City, because I do believe Manchester United were good enough to even score more than 3 goals in the game. So yeah, let's just keep it as that. They played very, very well against City. Now they were required to keep it consistent, keep the consistency going. Go on next week to Arsenal at the Emirates, which is tough because Arsenal haven't lost at the Emirates this season. They need to go there to put up a performance. And from a Manchester United point of view, I do think if they go into that game with the mindset of having nothing to lose, then they could cause Arsenal problems. If they allow the pressure to get to Arsenal in that game early on, then the longer the game wears on, the more pressurized, the more desperate Arsenal begin to be, because let's not forget, Arsenal in the last 2 games have not scored a goal. So obviously, if Manchester United can keep them out for the first 30 minutes, then the doubts begin to ring in the Arsenal.
But let's keep this around Arsenal as well. Like, you spoke about the fact that they've not scored a goal.
Yeah.
They brought in Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah.
A lot of expectations. Has he lived up to those expectations?
He's obviously not lived up to those expectations, because when we speak about a player who at the France Football Awards was awarded the best striker in Europe or the best striker in the world, and he comes into the new club and he's not been able to get 7 goals. I think he scored 6 Premier League goals in 22 games on match week 22. I think he missed 5 games, so I think that's 17 games. It's not a good return for a player of his caliber and for the expectations that followed him when he signed for us now. So on that note, I don't think he's been good. Even performance-wise, I don't think he gives a lot to be happy about. So he's not covered himself in glory throughout the Arsenal. But the surprising thing about all this is, you look at it on the other side. When you look at it on the other side, he still has now top goal scorer this season.
Okay,
so that speaks volumes about the quality in Arsenal's attack. Not even the quality, because the quality is clear. The quality is clearly there, but the performance of Arsenal's attack this season, and that's the big issue with Arsenal right now.
Okay, I wanted to use that as a preamble to talk about Benjamin Sesko as well, because we'll come to Arsenal.
Yeah.
But then if you see Gyökeres in that light, Sesko from Manchester United. I mean, he came in, had a blitz of a couple of goals here and there, and all of that. Has he hit the heights that they expect him to?
Because let's not even make it about the Gyökeres or Sesko team. In general, you look at the strikers that were signed for big money this summer, and none of them have lived up to expectation. The only one you could actually speak a bit about is Hugo Ekitike.
Hugo, yeah.
I think you can speak.
Maybe.
You can cut him some slack and give him some grace. But aside him, you look at João Pedro. He's not been as good as we all thought.
He's got a couple of goals.
But you see, even with João Pedro, you can cut him some slack because he's not doing anything different from what he was doing at Brighton. This is his return: 9 goals in a season. He's not that prolific striker that will get you the goals every year. Yeah. So for him, we could say he's not performing below expectation. But you look at Benjamin Sesko, you look at Victor Gyökeres, even to some extent Nick Waltemada in recent games. They've not lived up to the expectations or they've not lived up to their price tag. Alexander Isak. First of all, he's not available.
I don't care whether he's injured or not.
First of all,
he should be available. That's the first point of call.
You see, first of all, his availability is in question. Then secondly, even when he was there, 2 goals in 11 matches or so. It's not a good return. So, in general, the strikers that went for big money this summer have all, in generally, not lived up to expectations. But yeah, we point out Gyökeres, we point out Sesko because they are the bone of contention now. Sesko has been very, very bad. For me, it's 2 things. If you have strikers, if you have strikers who are not even given the return, when you watch them play, you should come out with something. I watched these two players play, and they do not give me anything to come home with. And that's for me the worrying part. It's been very disappointing. But I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about Arsenal now.
No, we'll get to Arsenal.
Okay. Yeah. But that's it. So for me, I just think Benjamin Sesko has not lived up to expectation. But then again, I do not believe Manchester United spent 74 million pounds on Benjamin Sesko or 74 million euros on Benjamin Sesko to deliver this season. Yeah. I think when you sign a 21-year-old raw striker for that amount of money, you are signing him with the hope that he potentially grows and develops to become a player he is projected to be in maybe the next 2 or 3 years. So I do not think on the Benjamin Sesko front there's cause for alarm as at now.
Okay.
I do think we can give him some grace this year.
The strikers, you forgot one player. Albertamo.
Come back.
You come back.
Because my submission.
Albertamo, you come back.
He say he's coming on loan. He's coming on. Let's do the final rounds on the Man United conversation before we move to Arsenal next. So everybody's torn between whether Carrick should be the man at the helm or not. But even if he's not chosen, the other names that were going around, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, etc., it shows that Man United are in the doldrums with regards to manager searches and all of that. But is that the real problem at Man United? Is it a manager problem?
I think they've been complaining about the board, the director, everyone at the top. There's been issues and then a lot of talk about those at the top, the owners and everybody. You understand? So maybe, just maybe, if maybe they could get someone coming in to buy from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, you understand? If he is willing to sell. I don't think he is willing to sell anytime soon. If he is willing, maybe they get in a fresh investor. Things get to spin around. Just there. If not, I feel they might recycle coaches. And of course, unless there are players who are willing to come in if they don't make the Champions League next season. Quality. Talking about midfielders, they want to bring in quality midfield. And also, I've been saying this, the fans, if they are willing to wait, that okay, they have to understand that okay, this period we are in, we are giving whoever the coach might be, even if we are sacking.
But they've been waiting for a while.
Yes, they've not been building. What they've been doing is quenching the fire.
So they brought Amorim in for a project to build.
Yes, that's where the problem is. Letting Amorim go. Maybe if they didn't well understand his project, because if you look at Manchester United,
but do you think his project was going anywhere?
It would have. It would have eventually. It would have taken a while because you come to a club that had played literally 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 all their life, and all of a sudden you want to switch to 3-4-3, 3-5-2, whatever variant of 3 at the back or 5 at the back you're playing. Maybe sometimes in a more attacking way it becomes a 4-2-4 something. Regardless of however that he was making his formation, it would have taken a while. You understand? Regardless of how bad Manchester United have been over the years, the only thing that they have been lacking since 2013 is just the Premier League. If you look at the number of trophies they've had from 2013 till now, I don't think there are more than 2 clubs who have won more trophies than them in England. I don't think, even counting the actual number I don't think Liverpool have won more trophies than Manchester United since 2013. You understand? It's just Manchester City and maybe Chelsea. Maybe Chelsea. Manchester City and maybe Chelsea. You understand? So when it comes to the trophies, look at what Eric Ten Hag was doing. Eric Ten Hag will play will have a very terrible season.
And win something.
Catch City in the final and then do some Bruno magic and then get a trophy. Then they cool down. They won't sack him and then he will come. Amorim had a chance to win the Europa League. If he had won it, that would have been another trophy. So 3 years, 3 trophies for Manchester United, regardless of how bad they were playing. And they would have finished 15th and still had won a trophy.
And played in the Champions League.
So you clearly see that they are not really focusing on the issue, solving the issues they have. They are bringing in coaches here and there to quench the fire of the fans. They are looking at success. They don't really care about what happens. They want success. They want to taste trophies. They want to taste glory again. But if the fans are willing to, okay, you know what? Let's if it's Carrick we are maintaining, Carrick is coming in. He's now coming to buy players. He's coming to build the midfield. We've seen that there are issues in the midfield. At least senior man Lamens in the post is giving them a bit of cover. Now let's give a cover for Mazraoui because Dalo is nowhere to be found. Dogu can come to the left back. Let's go to the market for another left back. Get another winger in. Get 2 midfielders. This will take at least 2 or 3 transfer windows to cover this. Once all these quality materials are in to buttress what they have already, Cunha, Bruno, Imbuemo, Kobe Mainoo, Maguire, I think Delete, Martinez, I think these are decent players to challenge in the top 4. Or get you an FA Cup final, semi-final, EFL semi-final, final. You understand? The caliber of teams that kicked Manchester United out shouldn't be the caliber of teams that kicked them out in the English tournaments that happened in the EFL and FA Cup respectively. You understand? So I think that if the fans are willing and ready to give the next coach some time, it would pay off eventually. They might win a league in the next 4 or 5 years. But are they willing to? That's where the challenge will come in. I don't think they'll be willing to go 3 years without winning a trophy. If they are building a project, a 3-4 year project, I don't think if Pep leaves, maybe the next manager will come in, will take 2 seasons, and will take maybe 2 seasons. Arsenal, let's say, wins the league this season, will go on to win the league next season. Liverpool wouldn't be challenging so much, so there will be that gap. Chelsea is trying to build a team as well. So if Manchester United is willing to wait to build a 3-4 year season, I mean, the next coach who comes in has 3 years with them, just like how Arteta has had 5 years with the team. Arteta would sit there. Arteta
is it not 7?
Arteta without Pep would have had like 2 Premier League titles. Now Pep is leaving. It becomes an open. That is a level playground.
But Slot was there in 1-1 over him.
Well, fair enough. But if Pep leaves the picture, if Pep is out of the picture, it becomes a level playground because Pep is there. He's miles above all the coaches there. He leaves, then it becomes a level playground. Now Manchester United has a coach who has been with the team for 3-4 years. 3-4 years with these players they have, they're able to convince Bruno to stay, bring in the midfield, the issues they have, solve their player issues. Then maybe the board's issue might just be covered. You understand? That is my personal opinion, but it comes again. Are the fans willing to wait? And I know the Manchester United fans, I know, if not for anybody in this world, the Ghanaian Manchester United fans, they are not willing to wait.
Steady.
Yeah.
So the Manchester United fans are not willing to wait. They want instant success. Maybe this season, finish in the top 4. It doesn't look like they'll win the league, even though some of the fans said he still can't mathematically. I don't know who their math teachers are. But they'll come for me, but don't worry. But they are steadily progressing. They have 2 big games, and they've won one of them. What do you mean if they are able to get a scalp over Arsenal over the weekend? Would that mean progress, confidence? Would their dreams be valid once again?
Their dreams would not be valid.
So they should wake up from the slumber.
Yeah, it's it's
Hey,
you see, because Manchester United's problems are more than the kind of shenanigans we saw at the AFCON yesterday. There are a lot. It starts from the kind of ownership structure they want.
Ineos.
Now, they look to sort of have found something to do with their ownership structure. Then the next level is, what kind of football do they want to play? If they are able to tell us the kind of football they want to play, then it will lead us to actually look for a manager for them and then find players that suit the kind of football.
So it means it's a 4-pronged approach.
Simple. And the players they have currently, look, they are not good enough.
Oh, are you saying that Amad Diallo is not good enough? Brian Mbuemo,
we can single out
Mason Mount, Lenny Yoro,
I love the names
Lord
I mentioned.
Maguire,
Not them.
Kobe Mainoo. That's the core of the team. I said,
Not them. Let them name their first 11. Who sits on the bench? That is where the problem lies. Who sits on the bench?
Who plays at the right
Mason
side?
Mount came
Fletcher
off the bench.
twins.
Matheus Cunha,
Fletcher twins.
Benjamin Sesko. These are all on the bench.
For Shesko at this point in time, Shesko and Zegzi are dancing.
Zegzi is on the bench.
Sexy.
I hear he's closer to a rapper than being a footballer.
Charlie.
Come on.
No, I'm not the one.
Sancho is still a Manchester United player.
Sancho is there.
He's currently.
Højlund is still a Manchester United player.
Rasmus
No,
Højlund.
they are not in the team
They will
now.
come next season.
Then Rashford is a Manchester United player.
He's going to come back.
And at this point, Rashford is even giving more assists and goals numbers compared to a lot of the players in the team.
Fair.
So the current team assistants, when they mention the first 11, they put everybody out. Look at the people who sit on the bench. That has been the problem of Amorim, and that led to his sacking. Now you've brought in Carrick, not solving that, and you think that will change after the new manager bounce dies? No, it won't. You might be able to scalp one over Arsenal because maybe Arsenal will come with the intention of bossing the game. But remember that Arsenal has got an impeccable defense. that they rely on to at least, if not for anything, get them a point in a game. Not all 3 points, but just a point. Now you United, you need to cover your back. Lord Maguire cannot run.
Lord Maguire is one of the
No.
Underestimate my Maguire.
Because
You know Lord
the
Maguire.
emergency striker Maguire.
You see, Maguire can be an emergency striker in very, very timely situations. But when it comes to being run at as a defender, I know a lot of the attackers in the EPL would select Maguire to run at him because of his flat-footedness. He cannot run. We all seem to understand why he cannot run. United need to understand that they need to sort out things that are higher up, bring it down, and eventually affect the football that they play. Aside that, all they'll be seeking to do is POD, polish on debt. That is all they are looking to do. They'll get a few wins here and there, and then factory setting sets in after 1 or 2 injuries because there's literally no one on the bench. That is my problem with United. They don't know what they want to do as at now. Their goal is to win trophies, but how do you get there? That is the problem now. How do you get to win trophies? You don't get to win trophies by constantly switching, jumping, and changing things. No, there need to be some form. There should be a method to the madness. At this point in time, I'm sorry, there's not.
Carrick, this thing anyway. Højlund has scored 9 goals this season in Italy.
Yeah.
He's doing a pretty good job there.
Yeah.
Maybe Man United will need him. He's doing better than all their strikers.
Yeah. And Rashford is also giving more assists.
So they've got players out there as well. Anyway, let's see what happens. They let their players off the hook and they go and do well elsewhere. Where's Anthony? It's in Kanche. Anyway, Early Kem Avotri. Let's switch to your dear Arsenal.
Let's switch to Arsenal.
Arsenal, I believe, are en route to the title. I don't think anything can stop them, unless it's spiritual. Okay. But then they are chipping away what should be a dominant grip on the Premier League. Now, every time those close to them slip up, they don't take advantage. Is this something that worries you?
Because it's not every time. I think in the past 5 weeks, City have slipped up like 4 times. 2 of them Arsenal won their games. I think it was the last 2 that Arsenal have failed to win. I'm not saying it's a good thing now. I'm saying it's still disappointing. But taking the Nottingham Forest game into consideration was a disappointing performance. And for me, I've not really bought into this idea of being patient in games, knowing that their goal will come, they go patiently building up, patiently waiting for the goal and not forcing the issue. There are times where you must force the issue. There are times where you can kill a game within the first 60 minutes, then manage the last 30 minutes of the game. But for Arsenal, it still feels like because they know what they have in defense and they know the quality they possess, bossing games, they decide to be patient. At times it translates into being too patient. And then at the end of the game, they drop points. The game against Nottingham Forest was annoying in the sense that, look, there's this thing with low blocks. When you're breaking them down, the last thing you want to allow them do is to settle down in their shape. Once they settle in their shape, it's very difficult to break them down. So what top teams do when breaking down low blocks is to use quick interplays, move the ball faster, catch them off guard, or sometimes they press them high and force them into mistakes high up the pitch in the third or in their third. You understand? That is how you break down this kind of teams. But when you are slow on the ball, are a bit too patient, and allow them to keep settling in their shape time after time, you find it difficult to break them now. And that is what happened in the Arsenal game against Nottingham Forest. Albeit Arsenal had 4 good chances to win the game. There were some big misses. I mean, Martinelli's miss was unforgivable. You cannot miss that game. You cannot miss that at this level. But at the end of the day, I felt like Arsenal didn't do enough to pepper this Nottingham Forest defense that much. And that has been the story of some of Arsenal's games this season. Now, it's a long season. At some point, your defense is not going to be winning you games, and you need your attack to get you over the line. I feel like for the first half of the season, especially, Arsenal's defense has done a good job keeping them up top and winning them several games. They've kept 11 clean sheets this season. Half of their games they've kept a clean sheet in half of their games. A remarkable record. It's time for the attackers of Arsenal to step up. I mean, having attackers like Saka, Leandro Trossard, and Victor Gyökeres not score 15 goals between them in the Premier League this season. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace, and I'm not going to make it about it.
But Saka is one that's going under the radar. What's happening?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to single out Victor Gyökeres, even though I've already spoken about him. I've given my analysis of him. But when you consider the Arsenal attack as a whole, it's been a disgrace. I mean, Leandro Trossard has improved this season. He's put up some good performances. But at the end of the day, his numbers do not speak well of him. Even though I would say he's been the better of the three up front. And for a team that boasts that much attacking depth, with a player like Noni Madueke and Gabriel Martinelli coming off the bench, you should be giving more attacking returns than we are seeing. So I just do feel like Arsenal's attack in the last 16 games of the Premier League season need to step up. If Arsenal are to win this game, the attackers need to start doing more, because a time will come you wouldn't have your defense to bail you out. So I do think maybe starting from the United game, we need to see more from the attack.
But what do you think the issue is? I mean, Elikem said it's the attack. I feel Arsenal have been complete this season, mentally, etc. They've deployed set pieces when they've had to. They've won rough and ugly when they've had to. Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't be worried about results like these, should they?
I think the only reason why they are worried is because of one, the reinforcements, the team behind, which is Manchester City.
Just two reinforcements, McGahey and Antoine Semenyo.
Two quite decisive reinforcements.
But do you think McGahey is set in the mold of a player who would transform the defense of this Arsenal team? The Man City team, sorry.
Any defender who comes in would. Our defenders are not good.
You've got Diaz, you've got Stones. It's not just because they are injured.
Yeah, Stones has played less than 10 matches this season. Stones hasn't been reliable after the treble season. He was not quite reliable before the treble season. The only season that he was very reliable was the treble season. And after the treble season, he has not been reliable. Diaz, quite similar, but he is more reliable as compared to Stones. Vardiol was the reliable one, and he's out till end of season virtually. May. So that's virtually end of season. Akanji has been shipped off. Now we have Aki, who has lost his legs. He can't run anymore. You understand? Our right back is a DM 10 right back. Our left back is a CM 10 left back. You understand? So Gray coming in, it's an added benefit to Manchester City's defense. It's an add-on. You understand? He's coming to make the defense better. Whether he plays beneath the standard of what he was given to us at Crystal Palace or not, he's going to make the defense better, because anyone who comes into that City defense and is better than Lucky automatically makes the team better. Whether it is going to give us results or not, the bottom line is going to be better. Unfortunately, that's where City finds that's where we find ourselves right now. You understand? So when it comes to Arsenal, I think the only fear is that maybe perhaps they've seen this happen before. You understand? But happening, the caliber of players that were there and the way the City team were playing that season, those seasons, 3 seasons ago, is not the same City team that we are seeing right now. Because if Arsenal drew to these 2 matches, had drawn these 2 matches, and City had won these 2 matches, that's when you should have seen that, okay, the challenge is coming on. We've entered 2026. City has played 4 Premier League matches, 3 points out of 12. 3 draws, 1 L. This is not a team willing to win the league, or a team playing to chase someone who is going to win the league.
You think Pep Guardiola is tired?
At the end of the season, personally, I think at the end of the season he should just resign and rest. He should. Manucho is. I don't know why Manucho wants Pep to stay till next season. Obia, obviously Obia, and he wants everybody to
So
stay.
now Frank is where?
Manucho Frank.
Sadi, let me take your thoughts on this as well. Arsenal, a lot of people believe I've run away with it because Man